So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. She says, yeah, he's the father. Oh, shit. So, needless to say, I am a bit stunned. This bride just told me that she's 2 months pregnant with this guy who's sitting next to her, baby. Now remember, we got a groom who signed a contract with her, who's making payments, who put down the deposit, who's very active in the wedding planning process. And this woman just told me she's pregnant by another guy. Let me tell y'all real quick. I didn't know what the hell to do, okay? I'm like, woo, all right. I said, so, baby girl, help me out here. Catch me up as to what's going on. Well, to make this long story short, she proceeded to tell me that this gentleman that she's sitting next to is the one that she really wants to marry. Her parents loved her groom, or loves her groom, I should actually say, because they still do. And they wanted her to marry him because he was such a good guy and he had such a good job. But she wanted the guy over here, the guy who maybe didn't have that great job that the other gentleman did. And this is where her heart was. And on some lustful night, she ended up getting pregnant. I'm like, okay. I said, so you just told me you want him to be your groom. She says, yeah, I want to marry him. This is now when he decides to talk. I looked at him, he looks at me, and he was like, yeah, we want to get married. I'm like, okay, sir. Hey, how you doing? And I'm sitting here in this moment and I'm trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do and what am I supposed to say? This woman just told me she wants to marry another man and she's contracted via Dejanay Events to plan a wedding with another man. I said, so what would you like me to do? Because I honestly didn't know. She says, well, I would love to just start the wedding planning process with him. What? She said, I would like to start the wedding planning process with him. Now listen, I'm no attorney, but I do know a little bit about the law based on my past life, okay? And I know that she signed a contract with Groom A. All right, that's what we're going to call him, Groom A. She signed a contract with Groom A. And Groom A has been paying on this contract. And might I say he paid on time? And you're telling me now that you want to plan a wedding with Groom B. This is the same bride, though. I says, well, what do you want me to do in regards to this? What are you saying to me? She says, I want to plan the wedding. So, can we just pick up where we stopped? And I was like, no, we cannot. You signed a contract with this guy, with Groom A. I can't switch the contract over and put Groom B's name on it and use the funds that have been paid to me by Groom A. I can't do that. I even know I don't have to be an attorney. And I know that didn't make any type of sense. But to her, she just want to take that money that had been paid by old boy and put it on the new guy. I was like, even if the smallest part of me thought that made sense, that's not right. You can't do that to the guy that literally got on his knee and put that big rock on your finger that I still see you are wearing. Is Groom B gonna just use that ring too? Let me digress. Okay. I says, well, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Okay. What we would have to do is cancel this contract, and we need to create a new contract that would have both of your names on it. Meaning you have to give another non-refundable deposit. And we have to set up payment plans. We'll set a new date, et cetera, et cetera. I says, but I can't take the current contract you have with Groom A and shift it. I just legally can't do that. She said, okay, that's fine. Let me go talk to Groom A. Wait, what? You haven't told him that you sitting over here with me with this guy? Ooh, child, y'all don't understand what type of mess and how I felt sitting in this environment. This was messy. All this negative energy and mess was now all in my home, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, you haven't even told this man yet. What is he going to say? What is he going to do? She left my home, her and Groom B, looking very happy. feeling like they got something accomplished. And I'm still sitting at the dining room table like, what the did just happen? Okay, what really just happened? Anyways, they leave. I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do. Okay, do I reach out to Groom A? Do I send a follow-up letter to the bride? I really did not know what to do. And at this time, being very early on in my career, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have someone that I could go ask as to how to handle this type of situation. And I've shared many stories before that I talked to my dad about these things, but I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even share this with him. I didn't know what to do. I was kind of like thrown off. So I crafted an email and I said I was going to send it to the groom and just, kind of mention that I had met with his fiance and understood that they were going through some things and that we might be postponing the wedding, potentially calling the wedding off, changing the date. Could you please give me a call so that we can have a conversation as to how you want to move forward with this wedding planning process? I sent the email off. I didn't alert him to her being pregnant or that another man just sat next to her in my home trying to plan a wedding on your money. I didn't say that, share that with him. A couple days later, Groom A gives me a call. He did. He said that he already knew what was going on and that when she eventually told him that she was pregnant, he was not shocked that it was by old boy. Sadly, it seems as though Groom A knew about him, and I'm kind of thinking Groom B never left the picture, all right? And that the bride was just in the middle of a serious love triangle, but her heart really went out to the other guy, and she's having this child now. So the groom, in sadness, said, hey, yeah, let's go ahead and cancel the contract. We're no longer getting married. It's off. And could you send me a cancellation notice or whatever needs to be done? I said, sure, no problem. I'll get that over to you. And he says, and for everything that you've gone through, Desiree, I want to give you that payment, that final payment. I was so floored. This gentleman was so nice. And like I told you, I'm a mama. I wish he had chose Groom A. I don't know. But yeah, I sent the cancellation notice to him. He did send me that lovely final payment, something that he did not have to do. And I was so grateful for it. I have to end the story here because crazy enough, I don't know what ultimately happened. The bride and Groom B never came back to me. I don't know what they had in regards to their baby. I don't know if they ever got married. And to be honest, I don't know if the bride's parents ever forgave her because I know they had to be hurt once they found out all about this mess. Well, that's it for today's wedding tea. I'll see you soon with some more tea. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.